Welcome to IE News and to our viewers on IETVTT.com. I am Micah Dume. Thanks for joining us. In the headlines, Energy Minister reaffirms a strong U.S. partnership following high-level embassy talks. TTPS honors a slain PC Romel Douglas as manhunt continues for 2 suspects. An off-duty police constable killed during attempted robbery in Caroni. 1 suspect dead, 2 others sought. In our top story, Minister of Energy and Energy Industries Dr. Rudal Munilal has reaffirmed Trinidad and Tobago's commitment to strengthening its partnership with the United States following talks with a delegation from the U.S. Embassy led by Charge d'Affaires Philip Kern. The meeting focused on political cooperation, energy and economic security, as well as trade and investment opportunities between the 2 countries. Minister Munilal said the government remains committed to maintaining an open and constructive relationship with the United States through continued dialogue and collaboration. Discussions also covered recently signed memoranda of understanding for the proposed development of data centers and a steel plant as part of the government's wider national revitalization program. The minister also highlighted plans to revitalize the energy sector through increased exploration, higher oil and natural gas production, enhanced oil recovery, the proposed restart of the Pointe-a-Pierre refinery, and expanded downstream development. Both sides reaffirmed their commitment to continued cooperation in advancing shared objectives in energy security, trade, investment, and economic development. Officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service observed a minute of silence during Wednesday's media briefing in honor of Police Constable Romel Douglas, who was shot and killed during an attempted robbery in Caroni on Tuesday night. Police confirmed that 1 suspect was killed during the incident, while an intensive manhunt remains underway for 2 other suspects believed to have been involved.
Before we start this morning, I would like to observe 1 minute of silence for our fallen officer, PC Douglas. Could we stand?
An off-duty police officer was shot and killed during what investigators believe was an attempted robbery in Kelly Village, Caroni on Tuesday night. 1 suspected gunman also died while police continue to hunt 2 other suspects. The deceased officer has been identified as Police Constable Romel Kerry Douglas, 48, who was last assigned to the 4 Roads Police Station. Police say Douglas was sitting in his vehicle along Hydraulic Trace shortly after 11 p.m. when another car pulled alongside him. Investigators believe the occupants attempted to rob the officer, leading to an exchange of gunfire. Constable Douglas sustained multiple gunshot wounds and died at the scene. His licensed firearm is also believed to have been stolen during the incident. A wounded suspect, later identified as 19-year-old Aditola Amon of Arima, was taken to the Arima General Hospital, where he later died. Police are continuing a manhunt for 2 additional suspects who fled the scene. Investigators are reviewing CCTV footage as inquiries continue. Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevara and the executive of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service have extended condolences to the officers' families, friends, and colleagues. We pause for a moment. More news when we come back.
Perfection doesn't happen by chance. Like an artist, the cook selects the main ingredient, one that is worthy of a proud cultural tradition. Trusted to enhance your creations with its richness and versatility. To create a cooking masterpiece, the secret is simple. The brand we know, the brand we trust, the brand our ancestors have been using for generations.
There is only one pure cow brand ghee. Look for the marks of authenticity.
Tile Expressions Limited, as one of the largest importers of tiles, offers an extensive range of high-quality tiles in ceramic, porcelain, granite, stone, and mosaic options. Additionally, we offer a variety of tile accessories and bathroom sets to complement any decor style. We are committed to providing exceptional customer service and swift delivery of all products, from indoor and outdoor tiles to bathroom sets, and tile accessories, we have curated a range that caters to both traditional and modern taste. Lampus 13, Ajudha Road, Munro Road, Canopio. Call 223-8453.
Welcome back. The Energy Chamber of Trinidad and Tobago has welcomed the decision by the United States to exempt several of this country's key energy exports under its revised tariff schedule. The Office of the United States Trade Representative confirmed that Trinidad and Tobago has been placed in the lowest tariff bracket of 10% following the conclusion of its Section 301 review. The Energy Chamber said the outcome reflects sustained engagement between the government of Trinidad and Tobago and U.S. officials. It also noted that approximately 95% of this country's exports to the United States are concentrated in a small number of energy-related commodities, marking the exemptions particularly significant for the local energy sector and trade between the two countries. Assistant Superintendent of the Southwestern Division, Joel Forbes, says violent crime in the division has declined by 10%, while police have achieved a 52% detection rate for serious crimes. Forbes announced the figures during the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service's media briefing on Wednesday, highlighting the division's ongoing efforts to reduce crime and improve case detection.
An analysis of the crime statistics for the period June to July 2026 indicates a 10% reduction in violent crime when compared with the comparative period of 2025. The division continues to closely monitor serious offenses, particularly robberies and home invasions. To date, we have had 12 home invasions being reported, and investigators continue to work assiduously closely with other elements, inclusive of the home invasion unit, to help to bring these offenders to justice. The division achieved a 52% serious crime detection rate, reflecting a continued commitment to investigations and all investigators and other operational units in this space to bring and solve major crimes in the division.
Authorities are urging the public to remain vigilant as escaped prisoner Robbie Kadu remains at large. The Prison Officers Association is warning that Kadu should be considered armed and extremely dangerous and is urging members of the public not to approach or attempt to capture him. Kadu, who is wanted for murder, attempted murder, and wounding with intent, is also known by several aliases. Anyone who sees him is being advised to leave the area immediately and contact the nearest police station. Information on his whereabouts can also be reported by calling 692-7187 or 800-PRSN 7776 as the search continues. Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar says she cannot comment on the specifics of the ongoing investigation into an alleged plot to assassinate her and senior members of her government, but confirmed that the probe has expanded beyond Trinidad and Tobago. Speaking after the release of businessman Dominic Hadid and his wife Genevieve Hadid, the Prime Minister said the investigation now spans multiple jurisdictions and involves several foreign intelligence and investigative agencies. She said she has been advised that the investigation has grown in both scope and complexity, with new individuals, financial institutions, and businesses identified as part of the expanding probe. The Prime Minister added that because the investigation is ongoing, she is unable to discuss operational details. The Hadids were detained under the state of emergency in connection with the alleged conspiracy, but were released last week after their preventive detention orders were revoked. No criminal charges have been laid against either of them while investigations continue. You're watching IE News. We'll return after these messages.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high-quality bromate-free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
Are you renewing your motor, homeowner or business insurances shortly? Then call Kalyani Limited, agency for Tatil, for a competitive quote. With 2 locations, Todd Street, El Socorro and 5 Rivers, Aruca. Please call us at 221-5051 or 227-5051. Kalyani Limited, agency for Tatil, building relationships exceeding expectations.
Welcome back. It's time for your sports highlights. Here's a roundup of today's top stories from the local, regional and international sporting arena. Trinidad and Tobago middle distance runner Nathan Cumberbatch has concluded his Commonwealth Games campaign after competing in the opening round of the men's 800 meters in Glasgow. The 21-year-old produced a time of 1 minute 48.97 seconds in Heat 3, finishing 5th against a strong international field. The performance was not enough to secure qualification to the next round, but Cumberbatch delivered another determined effort on the international stage. Cumberbatch is regarded as one of Trinidad and Tobago's most promising young athletes. He won 800-meter gold at the 2023 Carifta Games and also holds a national record in the 1500 meters. Officials say the experience gained in Glasgow will be valuable as the young athlete continues his development and prepares for future international competitions. Supporters have also congratulated Cumberbatch on his performance and expressed confidence in his future representing Trinidad and Tobago on the world stage. Trinidad and Tobago's newest NBA draft pick, Malik Lewis, paid a courtesy call on Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs Philip Watts as he continues his homecoming visit. Lewis, who was selected 60th overall by the Milwaukee Bucks in the 2026 NBA draft, met with the minister alongside his manager, Jonathan Weeks. The San Fernando-born athlete reflected on his journey, revealing that he left Trinidad and Tobago at the age of 6 and did not begin playing basketball until he was 16. While in Trinidad and Tobago, Lewis plans to meet with local sporting organizations and inspire young athletes by sharing his history. He's also training at the Ministry's elite facility in Tacarigua ahead of his rookie NBA season. Let's now take a look at some international news.
Tonight, a dangerous late-night storm threat looming for millions in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, from the same system that spawned these devastating tornadoes in the Midwest. Parts of the Northeast, D.C., New York, and Philly bracing for rainfall rates up to 3 inches an hour.
Level 3 out of 4, which is actually very unusual for this area. Typically, we only get it in tropical systems.
The ground is saturated. These scenes from New Jersey after storms brought a quick burst of torrential rain overnight. And now a new system moving in after showing its teeth Monday afternoon in the Midwest. Trees snapping in front of this driver in Appleton, Wisconsin. Another view from the rear-facing camera shows just how close they came to getting crushed.
Oh my God, we're in a tornado!
Joseph Schwarzkopf shot this video outside his front door just before he took cover.
I was laying on the ground and my windows were shattering and there was glass flying around my house. You know, in 53 years, this was definitely the most scared I ever was in my life.
The storms also hit Illinois. Teams from the National Weather Service confirming at least 2 tornadoes in northern Illinois. This apartment complex in the Chicago suburbs now uninhabitable.
Tonight, a powerful 6.8 magnitude earthquake rocking southern Japan. A rescue operation is now underway following an explosion that ripped through this mall. Japanese broadcaster NHK obtaining video capturing the moment of the blast, believed to be caused by a gas leak. Part of the building collapsing. Authorities say they've rescued some people from the wreckage, but adding at least 2 workers died and 10 others remain unaccounted for. Shoppers had evacuated the mall about 90 minutes earlier, just after the quake hit. Its epicenter near the southern western island of Kyushu. Officials confirming dozens of people are injured or missing, and there is extensive damage to infrastructure. Bridges and shrines collapsing, roads buckling, fires breaking out in damaged buildings. Roughly 300,000 residents told to evacuate the affected area, with thousands of emergency personnel now deployed.
When we return, your weather update and more, stay tuned.
Introducing Signature Marine Coatings. We bring you premium marine solutions powered by PPG coatings, including anti-fouling protection, high-grade epoxy systems, fiberglass materials, and complete marine refinishing supplies. Protect, enhance, and maximize the performance of your vessel with products you can trust. Get the finish your vessel deserves. We are located at Tardy Marine Limited in Chagaramas. Call us today at 2900-654 or email at signaturepaints@hotmail.com.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimati Lakshmide Shukla and family cordially invites you and your family to one night of Bhagavad Mahapuran Katha in memory of the late Pandit Chandrabose Shukla's 60th death anniversary, to be held on July 31st, 2026 from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at their residence, Moraldo Tres Sambuco, Santa Cruz. Officiating will be Pandit Umadat Maharaj of Swaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Live broadcast on IETV.
Welcome back to IE's Major News. Let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today was generally warm and mostly cloudy across Trinidad and Tobago, with occasional sunny intervals throughout the day. A few scattered showers affected several districts during the morning and afternoon, while isolated heavier showers developed in some areas as daytime heating combined with available moisture. Temperatures reached approximately 31 to 32 degrees Celsius, while overnight lows are expected to settle between 24 and 25 degrees Celsius. Moderate easterly winds persisted throughout the day, occasionally becoming fresh and gusty near passing showers. A moderate concentration of Saharan dust remained present, contributing to slightly hazy conditions at times. Sea conditions remained moderate with offshore wave heights between 1.0 and 2.0 meters and below 1.0 meter in sheltered coastal waters. Overall conditions remained warm, humid and breezy, with a few passing showers interrupting otherwise fair weather. Tonight is expected to be partly cloudy to mostly cloudy, with a few isolated showers developing during the late evening and overnight hours. Warm and humid conditions will continue, accompanied by moderate easterly winds of 15 to 25 kilometers per hour, with occasional stronger gusts near showers. Marine conditions are expected to remain moderate, with offshore seas between 1.5 and 2.0 meters and below 1.0 meter in sheltered areas. A moderate concentration of Saharan dust is expected to linger overnight, reducing visibility slightly in some locations. Small craft operators and sea bathers should exercise caution in offshore waters where seas may become occasionally choppy. Thursday is expected to begin with mostly cloudy skies and a few scattered showers during the afternoon. Occasional rain and isolated heavier showers are likely, particularly in areas favored by daytime heating. Despite the unsettled conditions, brief sunny intervals are expected at times. Temperatures are forecast to reach approximately 30 to 31 degrees Celsius, with warm and humid conditions persisting throughout the day. Moderate easterly winds will continue, becoming fresh and occasionally gusty near heavier showers. Sea conditions are expected to remain moderate, with offshore wave heights between 1.5 and 2.0 meters and below 1.0 meter in sheltered coastal waters. Overall, Thursday is expected to be mostly cloudy, warm and breezy, with scattered showers throughout the day and a slight possibility of an isolated thunderstorm. Let's take a look at some crime news. A 33-year-old Tobago man is expected to be charged with manslaughter of Angelica Jogi, which occurred on April 8, 2026. The charge arises from an incident at Pigeon Point Marine Park, Tobago, where 7-year-old Angelica died after a jet ski collided with her within an area designated for bathing. Director of Public Prosecutions Roger Gaspard today gave advice to investigators to charge the suspect, a jet ski operator of Canaan, with manslaughter. The suspect was rearrested in connection with the matter on July 27th and is expected to appear before the High Court on Tuesday, 28th July. Investigations were conducted under the leadership of Senior Superintendent Kirk and supported by Sergeant Jonas, all of the Tobago Division. 32 persons were arrested with 104 warrants executed during a tri-divisional warrant operation conducted throughout the Southwestern Division. On Monday, 27th July, between 12 a.m. and 6 p.m., the exercise targeted persons wanted for outstanding warrants and formed part of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service's ongoing efforts to bring offenders before the courts and improve public safety. The operation resulted in the execution of 104 warrants, including traffic court, affiliation, and committal warrants. Those arrested comprise of 31 males and 1 female ranging in ages 20 to 63 from communities across Superior, Faizabad, Penal, Urupush, Cedros, Labre, Point Fortin, Rancho Quemado, Guapo, and Cap de Ville. The operation was spearheaded by ACP Remy. Officers attached to the Southwestern Division Court and Process Branch also participated in the exercise. Investigations are ongoing. Recapping the headlines, Energy Minister reaffirms a strong U.S. partnership following high-level embassy talks. The TTPS honors slain PC Romel Douglas as manhunt continues for 2 suspects. Off-duty police constable killed during attempted robbery in Caroni, 1 suspect dead, 2 others sought. Well, this is where we leave you for now. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Micah Dumais. Thank you for joining us.